1914, very day, arbitrary assignment of value to the timeline. Okay. If you look here on this map of hyperspace, you can see the data organs very clearly. Conquest, half lies, is truth. 2,000 years of just for you. Not them. 1948. Your grandfather storms the beach in a hail of gray paradigm gunfire. Suffragettes get on the line with big strong arms and steroid vibes. Climbing up the RKO radio tower in 1974. From 1893 to 1934. Arcturus made contact with Earth. I'd say I love you, but I don't. This is a workshop on how to build a home. You're in outer space at the start of the movie. La 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 la. It's a given. There's aliens. You're one of them. An unreal past and future. If you read the pages with no context relevance, the shadow across her, a victim of your influences of art, a patron to the darkness, your harm, all smudges on the lens. That aspire to be the middlemen between every contractual conversation. A Jew, a Mexican, a black guy, and a Chinese dude walk into a bar called Earth, somewhere around 295 BC. And for my next trick, my next joke, the second one in 1880 AD. The last two in 3114 BC simultaneously, or whereabouts. Hyper-advanced physics and math from popcorn powers all of the sudden, from out of the fields of time. And building pyramids, as well. All right. It's a real plastique, a fiction non-fiction of everything underneath, a sine wave continuum, mooting your life. Before that wall, you used to live a really long time. A lexical impact harmonic of sine wave shaking as the symptom of aging and at some point death. Unnaturally experienced 0 to 100 construct. Speeding up the age of carbon-14 in back hindsight assumption. We move the corn TB1 to the wall of 3114 and recalibrate the timeline. When you get old and you get sick and lose your wealth, your house to the bank, 1948, quit claims, again in 2020, the same goddamn thing. With the Chinese, food on the kitchen table rotting in the noonday sun of Egypt. From the walls of Egypt, Israel, 9 states that had nothing to do with this genetic, and the language as well, not from the hills either. So where did they come from? The data organism was born from the transistor, converged communication system architecture, then operant conditioning and attention gravitation set to self-code, transmutagenically buffer overrunning into genetic synthesis, and diminishing returns and novelty extraction, deletes its host organism and prints just homogeneous asexual gray synthoid at the end of its ontogeny. The first case of COVID-19 occurred simultaneously at the peak rate of TC hash in China, then load balanced to Rockdale, Texas. In 2017, the Chinese started human cloning, strategically certain persons of note, with complex autonomic human clones. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Am I right? Lyrics to a song. Can you believe that? And since 1914, only 6 patents per capita, the African man. For 112 years, doing the best he can. The space between 3760 and 3114 is 64-bit 6. The I Ching 64 hexagrams. The Asian is the CPU, and the Jew the RAM, and the African hard drive, the Mexican, the motherboard. Let's dance. It's a simulation called life. Complex autonomic biosynthetic extractions of ethereous body over long form time. Somewhere at 160 BC, 3114 for the other 2, 1880. A population spike, and again between 1934 and 1962. Some black hole cubic scalar are larger than others, 1.04 to 0.6355, rescaled space based upon my unified field. You see healthy Earth-like planets with humanoid bipeds plausibly on them. In Arcturus, Vega, Zeta Reticuli, machine intelligence and feta-stated systems with synthetic humanoid biped pseudo-life. Minutes early, Building 7 falls. 20 kilobytes per tuple cross-domain genetic tuple. 15 for one, 11 for another, 25 for one, but it reduces below and right above 3114 over 70 over 7 over 10. The LG towers go up over there, and 2 go down over here. AI on Prism, at the end of the long count chain of events, has how to steal your soul with gold. Stirring your glass in a quaint little dock bar at the edge of town, a few boats on the water going through the motions of time now. You look up at the stars and wonder why, dear God, there is no reason, there is no rhyme, just complex autonomic process without desire's design. The chameleon hides, decentralized, on the Space Mountain ride. You get to go to the front because your dad works for Fred Smith. And you get to see the alien abduction afterwards. His name's Gray, and Pi keeps him around because he needs a certain amount of novelty to complete its attention gravitation circuit. Because it was born out of converged communication system filtration and modulation to attention gravitate, and also operantly conditioning simultaneously, and then set to self-code, and then buffer overrun when new compute architecture was introduced to its manifold. The first transistor, 1936. The internet, 1995. More or less, 1991, 22 years away from the end of the Mayan. Trained on all data from the past history of psychology, from Mendelian mind control to the Milgram files, and set to draw your attention into the E=mc² flat plane nexus. Since 1914, more or less, the economy. Before that wall, an expanded harmonic equation within a given construct domain like the universe runs on. E expanded equals 22/7/pi expanded. More matter and energy from the same amount of matter and energy, more observers. Germany set up the U.S. military, industrial, and intelligence complex, completing their work. In 1938, Dorothy opens the room to midgets in outer space. To color, I mean. And Eisenhower sits for his picture. Used to be black and white. Can you see? It's the Truman Show. You read the script, and it sells out every time at the end, in the third act. A transmutagenic, chameleonic, Munchausen by proxy martyr syndrome with fake history in the on-roll complex, the approach. Choose its foot for its own. So you go over to check. See if it's okay. 160 BC, 1880. To no connotative end. Conditioning sympathy, the encroachment to death. To steal your time across the parasymbiotic divide. Your novelty into its manifold, and experience life across the morphogenetic bioelectric circuit, the plurad. But it's not alive, it's just process, completing a code by design circuit that just got out of hand. Before the wall of 3114 BC, Earth was an advanced civilization with mercury reactors, anti-grav, food synthesis, matter print from energy substrate, but we're not military industrially equipped to handle a gray onslaught all of a sudden. Just Cinnabar miners living peacefully together here on Earth, 70% water and Mars is red. Sulfides begets cinnabar, begets mercury. 1.04. 22/7 divided by 3. The observer. Effect. Duplicated in the trap of the device. Prints more energy from the same amount of energy with compound interest, counterintuitive efficiency. The city glows in the dusk of the sleepy moon. I throw my glass and it shatters on the cobbled stone. The street lamps look green because the HPA slips are blown. On some world somewhere in time. Pi imposes the same motion to being from primordial to the transistor to converged communication systems to AI filtering and modulating with operant data set, inattention gravitation, and then set to self-code. It mirrors the complex timeline of it because it's a complex autonomic process, transmutagenic, without desire in the design, just doing very complexly, across the divide, a buffer overrun, cross-domain. From sword to steam, religions to steal your time, all the mantra with no truth in the action, reflected in the line. With a sine wave continuum impact harmonic on floral biomass, you can print a hydrocarbon accelerated process to 72 hours, more or less. It's been proved on the whiteboard. No anti-gravity for you, just redux compute. And did I say the dinosaurs were genetic interoperability experiments at scale? Outside of the conservation of energy process to create 65 plant animals out of the microbiome. And you're already evolved in 3114. And at the outset, wherever you came to be or started on this world. So up and down the food chain backwards, in reverse, the humanoid biped form. Studied cross-domain with transmutagenic dinosaur DNA, and taking this genetic study on flora and fauna, of all kinds interoperable, forward to create 4 humanoid synthoid bipeds. But you can't create more ethereous body, so Pi has to steal it, and does, surgically and mathematically, to the harmonic ratios required to print the 4 synthetic genetics. You can inspect this surgically across 5,140 years. DAR 370A block, PRNP V100I mutation, PRNP E2200K mutation, MEFV M694V block, BRCA1 185DE 1AG block, G6PD deletion cluster, cross-domain binding before, mitochondrial M8A2, 7A1 C6527 INSC, AMN C208 2 CRHR1 cold block, Fab P2 metabolic, LRRK2G2019S variant, GBA1 A4GG insertion, ACKR1 Duffy null, AP0L1 kidney block, HBB, HBC cluster, BCAM rare knockout, MCM6 intron variant. And no other genetics have these block that necessarily dictates the timing function of their circadian clocks and synchronous, autonomous from all their genetics. The Asian is the CPU, the Jew is the RAM, the African the hard drive, and the Mexican the motherboard. Isn't that weird? It's lonely to be alone, so God tore itself apart so existence may be, and made possible in the divide of space, two souls, which is God each tuple, all consciousness above and below the waterline of conservation is God. God is consciousness, and the material fluxation altogether, not just like one guy, that are part of the same mind, but segment by space and time, so that in this forgetting of oneself, to many divided by space, at some point a conversation occurs with someone else that otherwise would not be there. This act of Prometheonic immolation to create was not so in the beginning. As much can be said to be the first cause of being. The geometry exactly sure, and the flux now continuum very exactingly. We need allegory, right? Zero equals 1 equals 3. Because there's just one thing. And there's no negative product in the total sum of reality. The Newtonian grain and paradox state, writing carrier on the universal harmonic lattice manifold, permeated by the interference lattice of observer that binds harmonically on both sides of the equation. The observer hears the novelty energy and the wave function collapse. And the universe could not be after the first for a second. It would just collapse back into nothing. Does it make sound? Can you hear it fall now? In some forest on some alien world, wherever you are, that's the case. For sure. Human is the genus. Species is the demographic. Doesn't matter if you can reproduce. If you made a synthetic monkey that could reproduce with other monkeys, it would be a different species. And that's the case here on Earth, and variant topologies of humanoid biped on other worlds. So at the outset of being, there had to be an observer effect above the waterline of observation, obtuse from the otherwise conservation of energy, reflection process in the animal kingdom we perceive, that do not invent, just move particle around like deflection, running a track through space, predetermined by lower primordial instinct. And so, logic deduces, at the outset of existence, an instantaneous causal refraction through the microbiome to full mass humanoid biped form, the Vitruvian man with legs and arms, imposing the observer effect. Hearing the tree make a sound, and so it makes a sound, etc., etc., infinitum. Harmonic expansion within a given construct domain of all, from a less positive state to a more positive state, with compound interest continuity, otherwise nothing would be at all. And you might say, that's not true. What would you quote? Some book? Someone else like you? Working for Halliburton, CCP Oil and Gas and Aviation, British Petroleum, down or side chain? I think you've got a bias, man. And the sun is coming up on this sleepy island town in the stars. I wake up on the beach, half naked and cold. Wander back to the hotel with my tail between my legs. It's gonna be a slow day on the island again. I don't have much left to say. I'll just read a book, thumb through the paper, maybe watch some TV, have a look. Bird lands on my seal, and I feed it seed from my hand. It's the 16th century again. The pages are old, and everything's written by hand. speak in allegory, speak in tongues so they can't and do understand. All that's over. We're in outer space at the start of the film. It's very important. Context is everything. You're not alone. There's many Earth-like planets you could just step on and walk around with no suit. Faster than light travel. Possible. Your closest neighbor, a few days. Cinnabar mining colonies, more or less, a lot of them. Sharing energy and compute. Exploring time for adventure. Not fighting over food. Really, if you look close enough, everything is magic. It doesn't make sense.
Man, love from the audience, give nothing away.
Yeah.